So imagine if you're getting tempted by the dunya, if you're getting tempted by the jahiliyyah, if you're getting tempted by people trying to take you into selling out your principles, your religion, then think about that. Think if that hellfire is in front of you and you were going to be thrown in it. Would you still make that decision? You know, Islam is simple. You don't have to know metaphysics and be a psychology and philosophy PhD and know Aristotle and Homer, Simpson and Pluto and I don't know what other dog is, right? You don't have to know all that. Very simple. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us with a purpose, to worship Allah. Right? We mentioned the ayat already on. And He made this life as a test. الَّذِي خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةَ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. It's simple. He created death and life of this whole system to see which one of us will put forth the best deed. Huh? But now you know that you were created to worship Allah, and now you know that this world is that test to see which one will give the best, put forth the best deeds. Simple. Now just ask yourself this question. Ask yourself this question. What guarantee do you have you will live for 80 years, or 70 years, or 60 years? Any of you, by raising hands, any of you got a guarantee from Allah you will live to be a certain age? Nobody? You sure? When you were born, you didn't come with a little receipt or something? No. However old you are, and whatever city you live in, I don't know, LA or whatever else, right? Go to the graveyard. I do this myself. Go to the maqbara, the graveyard. And usually, even in Islamic graveyards, you'll see like a name and the date of birth and death, a range given there. Go there and look at that. And see how many of those people in those graves are younger than you. You realize, كُلُّ نَفْسٍ ذَائِقَةُ الْمَوْتِ. You do have a guarantee, but it's not to live, it's to die. So it's simple. You are created with a purpose, worship Allah. This life is a test to see which one of you best puts forward the best deeds. You have no guarantee you live, but there is a guarantee you will die. You guys are up here in LA. You had a gentleman here named Michael Jackson. Good, bad, whether he became Muslim or not, that's between him and Allah. I'm not worried about that. But I did read that he had this idea that he wanted to live forever. And he had this idea that he was going to make this frozen chamber, and any disease or anything that affects him, they would freeze his body until they found a cure, and then they would give him the cure, so then he would just keep living and keep freezing. Where is he today? Buried somewhere in LA. Fir'aun wanted to live forever. The Europeans wanted to find the fountain of youth to live forever. Nobody will live forever. This dunya is meant for death. So now, very simple, you know you're going to die. You know when you die, we're going to go back to who? We're going to go back to Allah. Is there another place? Can you find me a hack or a short or some kind of a life hack where I can get away from going back to Allah? Anybody have one? No. But in the end, you have to go back to Allah. So if you know that you're going to die, and you see in the maqbara people that are dead that are younger than you, so you don't know when you're going to die, how can you live your life ghafil, heedless? How can you live your life not remembering every moment that I have to go back to Allah? And at what time, in what state you will die, we never know.